very confused and I don't even know like how to film this video. What is up guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Nell Diamond, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a review of the Marc Jacobs Shameless Youthful Luxe 24-Hour Foundation. Why is the name of this foundation so long? So I'm going to pop over on that side of the screen the information about this product so you can see how much it retails for and how much you get and etc, etc. But this video is going to be all about my honest thoughts and opinions on how I feel about this product. I definitely think that there's like a demographic or a market out there that's gonna love it, that's gonna stand by it, and then there's another group of people that is gonna be like WTF, like yeah, no, hard pass. So if you guys want to see which category you fall into or which category I fell into, then stay tuned and keep on watching. So I was gonna film this video weeks ago. Like, I've had this foundation for maybe a month and a half at this point, and I just haven't sat down to film the video. And part of that was because I was a little bit confused about the product and what it was supposed to do. I have mine in the shade Y500. This is a light to medium coverage foundation. So if you are, again, like I said in my Bare Minerals video, if you are like a full coverage or dye kind of girl, like you're not going to like this because it is very sheer, or it's very light coverage. It's buildable to medium, but I don't think, unlike the Bare Minerals, I feel like the Bare Minerals you could build it from medium to full. It just would be kind of like, you know, heavy, weighing you down or whatever. With this, I feel like even if you tried, you can't build this to full coverage. No matter, like, you could use the entire bottle and you will never get full coverage out of this foundation. I love the packaging of this because it is this plastic tube, which I think is amazing. Really good for traveling. But I don't know if you guys can see, I'll just do that much. You can kind of see the texture of it. So I don't know, maybe somebody watching this video can comment down below and answer some of these questions, but I'm just confused because it says that it's supposed to be a 24-hour foundation, but then it also says to reapply it every 2 hours. And I don't know if that's because this foundation has like SPF in it. Maybe they're talking about like if you're using this foundation as a sunscreen to reapply it every 2 hours. Like, I didn't think that this was the kind of foundation that you put like concealer and contour and like do your whole like beat down or whatever on your face. And it's confusing because if you're supposed to put this on every 2 hours, are you putting this on top of all of that? And then also, how does that make it a 24-hour foundation if you're putting it on every 2 hours? So that just, I don't understand. So I'm gonna use a sponge on half my face and then a brush on the other half of my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this now, and you definitely need to shake this up. The other thing that's confusing to me, people are like, they're doing their whole beat down or whatever, and they're like using Sacha Buttercup or La Mercier or whatever kind of setting powder they use, but they're using a setting powder, and this product says that it has a self-setting finish. So I'm confused as to how people are testing the validity of this claim that it's self-setting if you're using a setting powder or a setting spray on top of it. This product also dries really quickly, so you gotta kind of work fast because it dries down pretty quick. It does smell like sunscreen, so if you don't like the smell of sunscreen, then like maybe don't get this, because it definitely smells like sunscreen, which doesn't bother me, but I know some people like can't stand the smell of sunscreen. All right, so now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, but this time I'm gonna use the beauty blender and we're gonna see how this works. And it'll be interesting to see how this works, period, because I generally don't use a beauty blender to do my foundation with. So this is gonna be a first for you and I. So I definitely think I got better coverage on the side with the brush. Like, I don't know if you guys can see on camera, but like this side of my face just looks more even. This side of my face looks like there's nothing on it. Okay, it's getting better. It's building, so that's good. So what I'm noticing just immediately after doing both sides and doing one side with a brush and the other side with a beauty blender, the side that I did with the brush seems to have a little bit better coverage, but it also seems to be like clinging to like the texture in my skin, which I don't really like. Especially like, I don't know if you guys can see, but like in this area, like you can just see every like pore, every like line or like hair or anything that's on my face. Like, it's just enhanced 1,000 times on this side. So I think I'm gonna take my sponge and just kind of go over what I did on this side to maybe try to like maybe like blend that out. Yes, I definitely think that going, there was a hair up, still there, okay, excuse you. But I definitely think that going, I don't know if it makes a difference on camera, but in person it definitely made a difference. I can definitely say that like going back over that with the sponge made a big difference. And I still think that this side has a little more coverage than this side does, but now they both are like smooth, more smooth and like even, and this doesn't look like it's grabbing at all the like lines or blemishes or whatever the heck is on my face. And like I said before, it is a sheer to medium coverage, because you can definitely see, like I can see this from where I am looking in the viewfinder. I can see that this blemish is still like peeking through. I got primer in my hair. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that I primed my face before I started this video. So I'm going to do the rest of my face off camera, and then I will come back with an update. So like I said guys, I finished my makeup off camera. I did not use any setting powders, any setting sprays, or anything like that to set my face. Also did not do any like concealer, highlighting, nothing like that, like under my eyes or down my nose and nothing like that. I just put on some bronzer and some blush and did my eyes and eyebrows, whatever, and that was pretty much it. So we're gonna test it out. It says that it's self-setting, so I want to test it out and see if it's actually self-setting, which is something that I haven't seen anybody else do. So maybe there's a reason why nobody else has done it. I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out in this video. So it is currently 4 o'clock. You guys can see for yourself, it's 4 o'clock if it'll focus. Oh yeah, you like my screensaver? Yeah, subscribe. Shameless plug. But yeah, it's 4 o'clock, so I'm getting ready to head out. So I'm gonna be out for a little bit, so I'm gonna get to see kind of like how this wears throughout the day. So we're gonna see, we're gonna test her out and see how she does. So I will check back in with you guys in a couple of hours and let you guys know how it's holding up. All right guys, so like I said, I wore this all day. It is currently 11:40. So you guys can see it is 11:40. I don't know if it's gonna focus. So yeah, there you go. So it's 11:40 and I'm just now getting back in the house. So you guys can see how this foundation wore all day. And I have to say that I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Like you guys saw what time I put it on. You guys see what time it is now. I think for me, having worn it for that long without any setting powder, no setting spray, like nothing, I think this looks really, really good. There is a little bit of like grossness and like oiliness and whatnot, like right in like the corners and creases and like right underneath my nose, and then it's kind of settling into like my smile lines and like kind of grabbing onto the texture right around my mouth area. But aside from that, honestly, I think that this is amazing. Like I'm so happy with this foundation. It's extremely comfortable. So I don't have any makeup or anything like on my fingers, and I'm just gonna like touch a random spot on my face and then show you guys that I don't know if you can see it. It's a little bit there, but like nothing major, which is really nice because like, you know, when you're going to events and like you're hugging people and stuff like that, like you tend to get like makeup from like this area of your face, like onto people's shirts or onto other people's faces and stuff like that, their collars, blah 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 blah. So this is nice because you don't really have that issue. And again, I did not set this. I think this wear test was a major success. I thought that I was gonna hate this product, but I don't. I have to be honest and say that I don't hate this. And I really thought that I was going to. Like I thought that I was gonna be one of the few people that was like, yeah, not worth it. But low-key, like this might be like a really good product. Like I don't know. You have to realize like how long I've had this on my face, and the fact that I didn't set it, and the fact that even when I wear primer, foundation, setting powder, and setting spray and wear it for as long as I've had it on, usually my face still is like dripping down to my shirt by now. This is so impressive. But yeah, I'm not really sure why it says to reapply it every 2 hours. Still have not figured that out. If anybody knows, like can confirm whether this is in regards to like the SPF aspect of this foundation or not, please let me know down below in the comments, because I'm still very confused about that. So the question some of you are probably wondering is, would I recommend this product? And my answer is yes, but that's how I'll start this off. I would recommend this product, but I would recommend it to like certain people, like certain types of people. So if you are someone, like I've said before, if you are like a full coverage or dye kind of guy or gal, then this is not going to be the product for you, because you are not going to get full coverage out of this. you're just not. Another reason why this is really good for the summer is because it does have SPF in it, which is really nice, and it does not have flashbacks. So I took some photos. They weren't cute photos. I guess I can insert them, although I don't really want to because none of them were cute. I did take some photos with the flash just to show you guys that it is a foundation with SPF in it, and it holds up to the claims of not having flashback, which is great because a lot of times you end up getting like a white cast because of the SPF that is in a foundation. If you are someone who does their makeup on the way to work, whether it's while you're driving at a red light or in an Uber, on a bus, on a train, if you are someone who does your makeup at school in the bathroom, whatever, like this would be a good product for that as well because it is so travel friendly and it is very easy to use. It's not going to be super full coverage, so like if you're going to work and you don't want to have like a caked big face, like then this is a good foundation for that. Same thing with school, like if you're going to school and you kind of want something on and make it look like you didn't just like wake up like The Walking Dead, but you also don't want like a caked big face, then this would be a good product for you as well. Alright guys, that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, like this video. Comment down below what your thoughts are on this foundation. If you have it or if you plan on getting it, let me know that as well. Or if you have any questions that I did not address in this video, let me know all of that down below in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe if you are not already subscribed to see more videos from me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, I just opened it to show you guys what it looked like, and I can smell the SPF. The lid is back on it, but the smell of that SPF is like in the air now. Like, oh, it just like gagged me, like, ugh. Okay.